Hello everybody, mein Name ist Sabine Torkler. Ich bin eine sogenannte Overseas Nurse und lebe seit 18 Jahren im Südwesten Englands in Bristol. Ich habe vor 11 Jahren ein internationales Pflegenetzwerk gegründet. Wir sind English for Nurses und wir schreiben aus der Pflegepraxis für die Pflegepraxis. Mit dieser kleinen Videobotschaft möchte ich Ihnen gerne zeigen, was wir auf Station hier in Großbritannien alles mit unseren Patienten und Patientinnen diskutieren. Ich werde Ihnen auf Englisch gleich sagen, wie Sie eine professionelle Pflegeanamnese durchführen können. Sie können mit dem Satz starten: Hello, for example, Mrs. Shamila, this is your patient name. My name is Sabina. I'm your staff nurse and I would like to start the admission. The word patient admission means every day in a hospital setting or in a practice we admit the patient. You could also say, I would like to ask you a few questions. Is that all right with you? And if so, can we start? What is your first name and what is your surname, your last name, or your family name? In my case, my first name is Sabina. My surname or my last name or my family name is Torgler. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't have a middle name, but a middle name could be Sabina, Charlotte, Elizabeth, Sarah, Torgler. You would also ask your patient, when is your date of birth, please? When is your date of birth? Then you would ask your patient, may I have your address? Meaning the street number, the house number, and the postcode, area code, or zip code of the town, of the city, or of the village where the patient lives. You would also ask your patient, have you got a mobile phone? And if so, may I have the number, please? Now, most of us, we have mobile phones, but some of the patients, they have also landlines. This is a telephone which is stationed at home. Landline would be your vocabulary. You would also ask your patient, have you got any ID with you? ID stands for identification. Some countries have ID cards and some countries only have a passport, which you would like to see. If so, may I see it? Have you got any ID with you? If so, may I see it? Some of the nurses or midwives or doctors, they work in a country which has health insurances. You would ask, have you got a health insurance card? And if so, may I see it? I repeat this question. Have you got a health insurance card? And if so, may I see it? Some patients, they pay in cash. And this would be quite a direct question in English. Are you a cash payer? Again, this question is most of the time for private patients. Some of you would ask, have you got a referral? Have you got a referral? The question is, what is a referral? A referral is a letter of the general practitioner, that is a doctor who works in the community, who refers the patient to the hospital. Another question could be for you, have you got a patient will? Patient will means that the patient makes it quite clear, for example, if he or she needs treatment, which means that his or her life will be extended against the patient will. So your question is, have you got a patient will? And if so, may I see it? How can I help you? This is mostly the colleagues from the emergency department. Once they see the patients and the patient has been clocked in, meaning the name and the date of birth has been checked, they ask, have you got any pain? Have you got any aches? How can we help and why you are here today? Another question which you would ask in the admission phase is, have you had any serious illnesses in the past? The word serious implies that this illness in the past had an impact or a huge impact of the patient's life. Could be cancer, could be a heart attack, could be a stroke, any cardiovascular problems, asthma, COPD, or any chronic illnesses, for example, diabetes mellitus. In English, we have the word illness, disease, and sickness. So again, your question would be, have you had any serious illnesses in the past? Another further question would be, do you take any medication? And if so, what do you take and how often and how much? The milligrams, the grams, you need to know this. Do you take any medication? Another question would be, do you have any allergies? Do you have a food allergy? Or do you have a medication, a drug allergy, or latex? Or do you suffer from hay fever or pollens? The colleagues in the emergency department, they're also asked quite often, when was the last time you had a tetanus vaccination? Your word here is vaccination. COVID vaccination, a very important theme at the moment in the pandemic crisis. Vaccination is your word. Most of us nurses or midwives or the doctors, we have a vaccination record book. Sometimes our patients as well. You could ask your patient, have you got a vaccination record book? And if so, you would use the vaccination record book, and if you would inject a tetanus vaccination into your patient, then you would obviously record this entry in the vaccination record book. I hope, my dear colleagues, I could give you a little insight of how we would like teach you English for nurses and give you an insight of the English-British Healthcare World. Ich hoffe, ich konnte mit diesem kleinen Video Ihnen sozusagen einen Anfang geben, wie Sie eine professionelle Patientenaufnahme, Patientenanamnese auf Englisch durchführen können. Und wenn Sie Interesse hätten, weiteres zu lernen, dann senden Sie mir doch eine E-Mail unter sabine@englishfornurses.org oder besuchen Sie unsere Webseite www.englishfornurses.org. Ich freue mich auf Ihren Besuch und bedanke mich für Ihr Interesse an English for Nurses. Stay safe, all the best, and hopefully see you soon. Bye!